What's good, YouTube? It's Jay here. Hopefully you can hear the volume from this really good. I'm hoping that you can, but today we're going to be doing our little Q&A video that I said I would do probably about a month ago right now. So let me just pull up the video really quick. I'm going to test, and hopefully my vlogging camera is able to pick up the audio from this. But we're going to kind of do this without really just any shenanigans. We're really not going to edit this video a whole lot. Let's see what kind of questions that we have. Okay, so the main Q&A video looks like it got around 9 questions. First question is from Juan Luca 2007. Hi, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, Juan. Thank you for asking. I really always appreciate your like eagerness and your happiness. Okay, there go the question. Would you play Empire War multiplayer with followers on Twitch? Very easy question. Yes, I would. I should start doing that more often. I feel like that would be a lot more fun to do than just watching me play through the game, getting people engaged and getting people involved. If I play Empire War more on stream, which I want to, honestly, I will be doing that, I promise. Moving on from there, we've got RRRHH, and I'm not even kidding, that's his actual name. But he just wanted to say, I don't really have a question, but what I like is your chill character and your voice is also pleasant to hear. Oh, and dev interviews are cool too. It's interesting to know what their motivation is and so on. And R, I appreciate you. I always see you in the comments and I really love the support that you give me. Hopefully I do not sound like the most fake YouTuber in the world right now with the whole, guys, I really just appreciate this and I love you, and you know, I'm being for real. I really do appreciate this. I really do. Then we got from one of my favorite people to talk to from time to time, TSBG Gaming. Hella late to the Q&A, but I'm doing it anyways. What drives you most to keep making the videos and stream that you make? Honestly, I'll keep it real with you guys. I like making YouTube videos a little bit more than I do streaming. Streaming is more on the fly, less structured, and sometimes it can be very mentally draining when you don't feel like you're kind of getting where you want. YouTube videos, you have the creativity to kind of do what you want. But to be perfectly honest, I love the thrill of just growing and kind of entertaining people. I like editing videos, I like editing thumbnails, I like doing all of that, honestly. And I know that's pretty vague, but it's just a passion of mine. I've always made YouTube videos. I've been making them since like 2012, maybe even later before that. In high school, I used to do a lot of video stuff for some class projects during my senior year, and that's kind of where I fell in love with it, really. I would do a lot of recordings at home on my god-awful cell phone at the time. I would do a lot of like recordings on my laptop and record the audio with my phone, which is not what it is now. It's not this one, it was an old one. I would do a lot of the audio recording, like my voice and stuff, on my phone, transferred to my computer. They edited on there on like Windows Movie Maker or something. But I absolutely just love the process of video editing and entertaining people. I can be a very over-the-top and kind of crazy guy sometimes, and I overthink all the time. I use that energy and put it into the stuff that I just enjoy making. I don't know, I just enjoy doing it. I love entertaining people. I try not to think about the numbers. Sometimes I do a little bit when I don't have a video or when I have a video that doesn't hit like the numbers that I want it to hit. I sometimes think about it a little too hard, but I think everybody realistically does that, you know? So, but it's just a passion project of mine. It's just something I really care about. I see YouTube as a passion in addition to hopefully a future career and a hobby. I just absolutely love making videos on it. Streaming is just a fun way to interact with people. If we get people in the streams, we get them in there. If we don't, it still doesn't realistically matter. But that's kind of what makes YouTube or streaming a little awkward. I talk a lot when you ask me questions, but when I really don't have a lot of people in stream, it's kind of hard for me just to sit there and just talk to myself. It's just kind of weird for me. But the moment you ask me anything in my stream, I'm obviously gonna, you know, respond back. But I guess also when I see all these people out here that are building a career out of gaming and streaming and YouTubing and all of that, I think about that and where I could go in life. And I'm obviously the kind of guy that'll work whatever job he realistically needs to work in order to make money. But if I could turn something that I love into a career and still keep that love for it, I'm gonna do it, you know, obviously. I'll never become a clout chaser, but you know, I might hop on a trend from time to time with like gaming, like how I've been doing with the Warzone, spectating videos, but sometimes you gotta hop on trends and just try new things. I love Call of Duty and I love spectating Warzone, so sometimes you just kind of gotta hop on some trends and just have fun with it though. Don't think too hard. Don't think about how much of a cloud chaser people might conceive you as, you know. You just gotta have fun. Do what you love, and if you love something that's also happens to be trendy, still do it anyway. Like, just don't be a douchebag. That's not hard to do. I'm just a very passionate person about the kind of stuff that I do. If I can turn something I love into a career that I can live off of and support my family with, I'm gonna do it. But I'm also gonna have fun with it. I will never do anything purely for the sake of doing it. If I'm not enjoying it, I won't do it. But I guess, yeah, to summarize, basically, I love it. I've always been into video editing, YouTubing since I was a teenager. I just find so much fun and passion in recording a video, editing it, putting it all together. No matter how many views it gets, that's just something super exciting to me. Same kind of with streaming, but like I said, streaming is a little bit more awkward. That's more dependent on the day, I guess. You know, sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. It can be mentally draining at times, so sometimes that's why I take breaks. The success and the lack of success can sometimes get to your head if you think about that kind of stuff. So just be careful with that. But I try not to really look at that. I just have fun with it. I see it as playing video games with a camera on. There's the answer to that question. Mr. President says, I don't know why, but you remind me of T Grizzly. Do you listen to his I do listen to T Grizzly's music sometimes, President. I love you, bro. Thank you for all the ALTR stuff you and your team do. You and the team do. I love you, bro. I do listen to T Grizzly. Jukes for Jesus says, did you today? At the time of making the Q&A video, I probably did. I went on a long walk, and I usually do that. Then we've got a question from Reeps that says, where are you going? Well, at the time of making the video, I was walking to go get a smoothie and just going, or I went to go get Qdoba because I was hungry that day. I was just going on a nice leisurely walk. It was a very comfortable day outside, so I just decided to go out there. I take it back, actually. It was like 89 degrees outside, and I love walking in hot temperatures. I love the feeling of sun on my skin. I don't know. I'm black. Like, it doesn't hurt me that bad, I guess. I don't know. Finally, the final Q&A is going to be from Night Stalker, who makes a lot of comments in my YouTube, in my Thrawn's Revenge video specifically, where he makes up his own story-driven things, and I really do appreciate that. I love reading them when I have the time to read them sometimes. I'm sorry for the record that I don't include them often in my intros. I try to when I can, but it's also just, I do a lot of stuff, man, with YouTube, so it's kind of hard to keep track of things in the comment section, but I do try to read them and just reflect on like the cool stories that a lot of you put out there. So I do appreciate that. This question: how are things going physically and mentally? Do you enjoy the interactive reports on Thrawn's Revenge? Which faction will you play for the Awakening of the Rebellion Galactic Conquest? Mentally and physically. Physically, I actually just got a subscription to Planet Fitness, so we're going to start going to that gym more often, and I actually mean that. Mentally, I did go through a period in June where I dealt with a crap ton, not June, May, where I dealt with a crap ton of anxiety, overthinking, and that's basically why I took that entire month off. I was just all over the place. I'm a lot better now. I've regained, and I'm just kind of taking some time to myself to breathe and just relax. I stopped drinking caffeine because caffeine is horrible for you, and I haven't had a cup of anything caffeinated since probably April 28th or 27th. Other than that, we're doing good. You know, it's very easy to get lost in your own thoughts sometimes. Like I'm a person that can be very big on the overthinking aspect. I just don't really let it bother me like I used to anymore. It bothered me for a long time, to a point where I just could not think straight, couldn't focus on anything. It was a weird, I don't want to say scary time, but it's something I wouldn't want to repeat or wish on my worst enemy, because just overthinking and being lacking in confidence can really be a mood killer. You know, sometimes you just gotta regain. Don't always listen to social media either. I swear that's the worst part of it. Social media will tell you it's perfectly okay to be on the verge of death and just accept it. You know, sometimes you gotta realize like your situation isn't as bad as you think it is, and just, you'll snap out of it eventually, man. You just gotta keep trying. Don't listen to the people that tell you just to accept it and just like live with it. Like sometimes like you just gotta, you gotta do that, but you gotta not claim things. And I don't like claiming bad things of myself. So just, you know, try to get out the house, try to meet more people, look at what you're consuming in your life, your diet, on social media, all of that, you know, and cut it out. I mute so much stuff on social media now, from politics to world issues. Even with all the stuff that's happened over the last year in America, I have a lot of it muted, even though it's affected my culture in a way as well. But a lot of it is just bad for you inherently. It's so bad it's good to keep up with the important things that are going on in the world, but it's good not to feed yourself that stuff. Moving on from that, do I enjoy the interactive reports on Thrawn's Revenge? To answer that question, yes I do. I really do think it's really creative when people make their own fan fiction of Star Wars things, especially when it's related to the expanding universe. So I do love them. You and Seth are going hard. There's some other people that put them in the comment section too, but not as often as you or Seth, Night Stalker. And then for the Awakening of the Rebellion, Galactic Conquest, we're playing as the Rebels, because that is the only faction that I love playing. I mean, I like playing the Empire. The Black Sun was chaotic, and I don't know if I'll really be going back to them anytime soon. But I love the Rebels. I love the unit layout. I love the faction. We're going to be playing as the Rebels. Hopefully, this answered all of the questions that you guys asked in that comment section. If you have any additional questions, leave them under this video as well, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I love all of you. The support on the channel has been absolutely insane, and I'm very appreciative of it. If you watch this video, consider subbing to the channel, because most of the people who watch the videos on this channel are not subscribed. And as always, everybody, I will see you in the next video. Since I do Star Wars content, I'm gonna just say this like I always do. May the Force be with you all. Peace. And I'm still learning how to look in my camera.